on to other issues. We are sitting in beautiful Takoradi, the oil city. My uncle Boy and myself are from Takoradi in a sense. I mean, both of us are originally from Sorpon. But I think the Nanketia was saying Takoradi is a very cosmopolitan city, which accepts you if you say you're from Takoradi. So we say we are from Takoradi, we are from Takoradi. Kari, you are new here. This is your first proper visit.
Right. I've seen the oil rig out there in the sea and the
yes, there are about 10 rigs now.
Interesting sight. I saw that.
That merely tells you that yes, the oil is coming.
Oil is coming.
How long have you been here?
Oh, 2 weeks.
Oh, I see. I thought you just came.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think about the city?
Wonderful. I like the way it's laid out. You easily.
Takoradi is the first planned city in West Africa.
Right, because it's not like Accra where you are in traffic. I mean, very easily you move around.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping they somehow they retain that throughout the boom. You know, that's kept. So it doesn't mean we don't get another.
But you see, Takoradi was very important for Nkrumah because, of course, before Tema Harbour was built, before Kotoka Airport, anybody who was traveling overseas came through Takoradi. So Takoradi, whether Nkrumah stored away or not, he left Ghana through Takoradi and came back through Takoradi. So Takoradi was very, very important for him. And beyond that, of course, politically, I mean, Takoradi was a heartbeat with the railway workers and co. In point of fact, at the Ghana's 50th lecture here in Takoradi, I learned a lot, about the contribution of Takoradi to the colonial struggle. For instance, the first public lecture that Nkrumah gave was at the Optimism Club here in Sekondi. And the Optimism Club was a very bourgeois kind of, a native bourgeois club where they had to test your English to admit you. Now, Uncle, you've been in this city for a long time.
Yeah.
Broadway was based in Zenith. What do you have to say about those days?
Yeah, incidentally, I started playing my music at the All Stars Hotel in nightclub in Sekondi. At that time, the action was so much in Sekondi because you had the railway functioning well as a service station. And I want to go to Chicago. There are a lot of musicians who lodged there, and there was this Mikado band being run at Chicago.
Oh, there was a Mikado band?
Yeah, Mikado.
But there used to be nowadays the Mikado Disco, which now is a very rundown Chinese restaurant.
We had a location, where there are a lot of workers, and they supported Kwame Nkrumah.
Yes, of course.
And so we can always say that the independence has started in the western region, caught up in the central region.
It did, not that you can say, it did.
As a matter of fact, that time Nkrumah was there, the late uncle of the president Nkrumah, a dynamic chief.
And Nkrumah the fourth.
Nkrumah the fourth. And you can see that the development of the optimism for independence was started here, because the people were confident that they can also manage the country. But
that's also Takoradi to some extent contributed to the unmaking of Nkrumah. Or if you take the routes in 1961, the famous railway strike in 1961, that was a very big part of the demise of Nkrumah, I would say. Would you agree with that? By the time you left for London, were you seeing any signs of opposition within Takoradi?
Yes, it wasn't so apparent, but you could see traces of it, that some people are dissented. But when I came back and stayed in the Broadway, I played with the Broadway again.
As in 1965?
1965, 66, before Nkrumah was overthrown. I could see there was a lot of action in Takoradi and Sekondi. It was commercial. The ships were coming, the Black Star ships, plus the international ships. And Takoradi was a very busy place.
And it will rise again. So definitely rise again.
Because they have
full cycle.
Yeah, we have the resources to remake the city. And I hope with the
again, let me tell you. I think you see, when you are in a place, I grew up in Takoradi, and I'm working quite seriously on Takoradi now. But having been here for a very long time, you tend to have disadvantages understanding the situation. Again, last week, my good friend Joel said something which I want to repeat. He said, look, Takoradi can make it because it's been an industrial city before. I mean, the whole place is very run down now. You go to the port area, it's almost like a skeleton town. But we've had it before. We've done it before. I mean, I am sure the soft culture, and definitely it's not too difficult to resolve the hard infrastructure. But I'm going to shift back to music. I don't know. Can we hear Kari's new recording? Kari Bannerman's, that's your most recent recording?
That's right.
Well, your most recent recording, of course, is with Osibisa.
This is my
second. Your second solo recording.
This is the
third
Seprewa album. This is the second.
So this is Seprewa, of course, is the traditional guitar. I must say,
it's the traditional
string instrument.
Harp lute.
Okay. I must say, I first saw Seprewa at the house of the famous well-bound country director Mas Carlson. Because Kwame did a concert and he insisted on introducing and properly describing the Seprewa.
That's right. I had seen it in books, but then I only saw Takoradi. I think it was 1995. Was it? Yeah. And then I realized the thing still existed because I spoke to a few Ghanaians in the diaspora and they didn't know what I was talking about.
So you're recording Seprewa.
Yeah.
What's the full title of the recording?
Seprewa Kasa.
Seprewa Kasa.
Yeah.
It's a new recording you did with Kwame, the Seprewa.
Takoradi and then Bafo Chema thing.
And Bafo Chema.
Yeah.
These are two Seprewa players, and you are playing the Western guitar, conversing with them.
Yeah. The subtitle of the album is
Okay.